G'day, Alex Moss here. In this video we're going to take a look at the import bulk category list option. And in particular we're going to focus on the first type of bulk list you can import, which is a standard bulk list, as opposed to a multi-domain bulk list, which I'll cover in the next video. First of all, what is a bulk list? Well, once upon a time we were doing scans with Tactical Arbitrage, and we would run a category, we would watch it, we would examine it, and then we would start the next one. And it was difficult to actually get up and walk away from the computer. So the idea was formed, of course, that it would be nice to be able to run multiple categories in succession so that we could actually separate ourselves from the computer to work on other tasks. And do anything really. Go to the next room, see the family, work on a different aspect of your business, or maybe even just work in another tab in your browser. So bulk list works like that. At the moment, you can scan up to 500 rows or 500 categories in succession by using the bulk list feature. So, standard bulk list versus multi-domain bulk list. What do they mean? So, standard bulk list is the only one I'm going to cover right now. Standard bulk list allows you to come up here, select the website that you want to scan. In this case, we've got Fat Brain Toys selected. And then build a list of categories with their start and end pages and hit go. So I'm going to vacillate this switch now, and we're going to upload a new file to have a look at what it tells us. It tells us up the top here, the maximum number of rows you can upload in a bulk list is 500. Well, we already knew that. Let's move on to the next section, which says standard bulk. The uploaded file must contain the category column. So it's telling us as well that if the start and last page are left blank, and if you remember the last video, we have a smart option to automatically detect a start and last page if they are left blank, the software will attempt to determine the end page of each category and complete the category in full before moving to the next row in your file. It also gives a download example to help make the system a little bit more explanatory for you. And I'm going to open the bulk example right now so you can have a look. So it's a 3-column file in the example: category, start, and last. Now, as we've already been made aware, you can actually completely eliminate these 2 columns, start and last page. That makes things super simple. You can now upload into Tactical Arbitrage nothing more than a list of category URLs and have Tactical Arbitrage systematically go through them one by one until it reaches the bottom. As long as you don't have more than 500 rows in there, then there's no problem with that. You simply just need to make sure that the categories that are going to be scanned are valid categories. Now, there's a couple of different ways you can do this. Originally, a lot of people were out there selling things called bulk lists, which actually gave you the exact categories for a particular site, and you could take those category URLs and you could import them into your bulk list. And that was one way of doing it. Another way, which we'll discuss in an upcoming video, is the easy bulk method, which actually makes this entire importing scenario not super necessary. I'm explaining it anyway because people do like to create their own tailor-made lists, or may already have some tailor-made lists on their computer and would like to use those. The easy bulk option that I'm going to explain in an upcoming video is much easier than this again. So if you wanted to skip these two, I guess, somewhat advanced videos on the standard bulk list and the multi-domain bulk list and skip right ahead to the easy bulk option, you'll find that easy bulk will in 90% of your needs cover all your requirements. But I'm going to continue with this bulk example so that those who do want to have the information can learn how to attribute it to their own scans. Assuming you do want the start and last page in there, you can put that information there, and assuming you don't, eliminate those and we can move on to the categories that you put in here. Now, our target actually is the source site in this instance, and it doesn't actually use URLs, it uses category numbers, which is why we just have little blocks of numbers here. Don't be confused by that. Let's have a look at what we were going to do. We were going to do a Fat Brain Toys scan. So why don't we build our list a little bit with some Fat Brain Toys URLs, and then import that. So let me cancel out of that. We'll pop over to Fat Brain Toys. And on this side here, we're going to find a couple of categories that we would like to scan. And category number 1, Control C, come back to our list, Control V. And I think I'd like to scan every page without actually entering a start and a last page. So I'm just going to leave these blank. And I'd like to scan another category. So I'm going to pop in here to Fat Brain Toys Games category. I'm going to copy that one and I'm going to paste that into my Excel sheet as well here. Okay, we've got a little 2-row bulk sheet here. And I'm going to save that one as Fat Brain Toys bulk. Save. Great. Now we're going to come across to our product search page, and I'm going to import that by clicking Upload New File. Choose File, Fat Brain Bulk, Open, Upload. And we've smart detected here the category column, start page, and last page column. Now this is largely because it's read our headers, and that's why headers are so important. It's read that we've got category, start page, and last page up in the top row there, and it's automatically assigned the correct allocated column to Tactical Arbitrage's needs for scanning. So it's saying, do you want the first scanning page to be the start page column? We assume you do, and you can say yes or no. In this case, we're actually going to make that not defined because we're not going to bother looking at the start and last page. We're going to let Tactical Arbitrage automatically pick those start and last pages for us. And it even does say to you down here that only the first field is required, which is the source category URL column. So we're going to select that as category, and we're going to hit upload, and Tactical Arbitrage is going to see there's no problems with this file, and it's going to set that as ready to go. So that is building, importing, and ready to run a bulk list for Fat Brain Toys. And I'm going to move on to the next video now. And actually, before you run this, remember, select Fat Brain Toys in your drop down so that Tactical Arbitrage knows that we are scanning a Fat Brain Toys site. And that is all there's going to be to that.